Hi, we're here to kick off the next few sessions on data-driven innovation. I'm Kate Orr, Global Head of Practice Innovation here at Orrick. My work really focuses in two pillars. I work internally with our lawyers and practice groups and matter teams on how they do what they do, using the trifecta of people, process, and technology, really innovating to streamline and improve our legal services. And then I also work very closely with our clients and their legal departments and legal operations teams on the same challenges that they're facing and pain points they're facing in their practice and delivery of service to the business.
And I'm Nicole Braddock. I'm the CEO of Theory and Principle. We are a design and development agency that works with law firms and across the legal industry with legal tech companies and the like, and often are in the position to leverage data to create innovative digital products.
So turning to the topic at hand, the big picture, data-driven innovation is really more than just a buzzword. It's a paradigm shift that's altering how we do what we do in all aspects of our businesses. So to level set on sort of the definition of data-driven innovation, at its core, data-driven innovation involves the strategic use of information, analytics, and technology to help make informed decisions, to streamline processes and workflows, develop new solutions, and ultimately, really, to deliver enhanced value to our clients, whether the business, in-house legal departments, or our own colleagues. I've heard data-driven innovation described as a compass, really guiding us through our practices and operations. It has the power to help us transform vast seas of data away from breaking waves and 20-foot seas into a navigational tool. And as a result, the data is really reshaping how we operate and collaborate and are delivering our legal advice. Critically, that reshaping augments our expertise. It doesn't replace it. This is not a case of robots are taking our jobs. Our ability to more easily capture and analyze data obviously makes work easier. That's great. But I think the real magic happens with data-driven innovation when we're able to unlock insights because of data and because of technology that were once impossible to glean due to just the resources it may take, whether that's time, people, power, or access to pull out those insights. So that opportunity to provide something new, to see something new, to me is the real magic. And so today we have our lawyers and legal professionals being challenged not only with the legal advice and to interpret laws, but to also decipher data to really elevate their decision making. Whether they're extracting meaningful insights from databases to advise a client or analyzing and predicting outcomes, visualizing how the legal department's performing, the traditional pillars of legal practice, so precedent, expertise, and experience, are facing this transformation, this transformative potential of data. So the question is, how do we help?
And we can't have a discussion about data-driven innovation without talking about new technologies. And this GIF, I asked my team to help me with a GIF about AI, and they thought I meant a GIF created by AI. So that just so you know, that's why you get this freaky Will Smith eating spaghetti thing. Sorry about it. So LLMs and generative AI definitely now allow for some new ways of executing innovative ideas by allowing us to create structure out of unstructured data and providing us with new ways to interact with that data. And that's a lot of what our team has been working on with clients over the last several months. And I'll show you a few examples of sort of how we've made that happen. All right. So this is one example of how we have used these new technologies to extract deal points, right? So this, for example, is a design mock-up of a project we're working on with Latera, which may be fully released by the time this video comes out, and may look slightly different than this, just a disclaimer. This firm intelligence product allows firms to extract deal points from their deal data and query that data to gain crucial insights, like learning what's market for certain terms and certain types of deals. This has made the pool of data a lawyer can reasonably look at much, much larger. Like technically, you could have accessed this data in the past. It would have taken an unreasonable amount of time. A lawyer could have maybe looked at a handful of deals that they may have thought of to determine what is market for a certain type, but now you can query an entire body of deal data. Another project that we were working on in the fall, we used an LLM to create structure out of data that lived inside court entries. So here you can see a super rough, low fidelity mock-up of an interface where on the left, the content from the docket entry is listed. On the right, the LLM is displaying its prediction as to how the data would be structured in the structure that we created. This interface also allows a human user to confirm the accuracy of the work. Prior to LLMs, we could have used a standard scraper that delivered the sort of paragraph to a human user, but the human user would have had to extract all of the data here. There's no consistency in how courts sort of write these blurbs, so a parser would be useless here. And so this would have been something that would be prohibitively time consuming. And so it allows this product to go forward, which is a product that alerts users when they have hearings coming up, that sort of thing.
And even without generative AI, new tech and technology can also really allow us to mine and visualize data more quickly. And this is an example. This dashboard actually started in 2021 as a static report that we published here at Orrick on our website and distributed to clients. And it's meant to capture, it's a European deal flow report. So it's meant to capture hundreds of terms from various tech deals that we have undertaken for our clients, and to share insights and data on those deal terms and trends with sort of the European VC market. And as you can imagine, when this was a static report, the creation of it was incredibly cumbersome. It was a manual process of collecting the deal data at the end of the year, entering all of that data into a spreadsheet, and then manipulating and analyzing and visualizing it in a Power BI for that static report. And since then, we've really transformed both the process and the output just simply by leveraging technologies. Built a model to automate the data extraction from the deals, then created custom scripts to clean and classify that data in the way that we needed it to appear, to then allow us to flow it into a real-time dashboard for our lawyers to interact with. And as you can see, they can manipulate the data in real time. And then we're now in the process of layering on generative AI to that tech-enhanced system to really allow us to pull out and visualize even more nuances from the transactions. And for all of this, visualization is absolutely key.
All right, so data-driven innovation generally has been around for a while now. And so as a result, we've been using data in the implementation of products for some time. And data can be super powerful, as we know, but only if it's delivered to users in a way that's useful. So let's take a quick moment to have a chat about user experience. Our team has been working with the Orrick team to take a good hard look at all of the sources of data that all the law firm professionals across the firm have access to, and searching a look at how different personas interact with that data, what they actually use, what they really need, and how best to deliver it to them. The original state was a big giant portal party where information and data lived in many different web products across the Orrick digital ecosystem, all with different purposes, as well as a different look and feel. We began our work with a simple proof of concept, just around bringing data into one space for law firm partners in a clear interface. The main goal here was just the reduction of internal communications, typically delivered across emails, so as to reduce distractions. You can see here, though, that the lawyer also has clear and easy access to some of their most important metrics. We're following this proof of concept up now with some in-depth research, talking to personas across the firm about pain points, how they use the existing online web properties, what data they need, importantly, what data they don't need, and how we can present that to them in a more usable way. And this becomes really important, when we are building a product for a client and we're attaching analytics onto the back end. We'll ask, what data do we want to track? And the answer we often get is like, all of it. And our response is usually like, you probably don't want all, because all is not helpful to you. Like, you want to actually define what you're trying to learn, and then we can track the data that will get you those things that you're trying to learn. All can be distracting, all can sort of obfuscate the things that you need. So it's important to think about how you're actually delivering data to the people within your firm.
So circling back to our dreaded ship metaphor, innovation without adoption is like having the fanciest boat at marina with absolutely no one to sail it. And measuring the impact of whatever solution or data-driven innovation that you've put in place is really critical to helping you drive adoption over time. And that itself is both an art and a science. Not surprisingly, data is key. Not only does it tell you whether and how people are interacting with a particular solution, it does allow you to glean other hidden insights that you may not have been anticipating. This image here is actually usage data of a solution that we rolled out within Orrick about a year ago, a little over a year ago. I mean, obviously, it provides important information to us about the practice groups that are using the tool, the practice groups that aren't and maybe should be, which then allows us to really focus our change management energy in the right places. But we were also able to spot a spike in usage that you can see there at the start of the year around January 2023. And that spike correlates to when we pivoted from group trainings to one-on-one trainings. So this is an example of sort of those other hidden insights. And we've since carried through that one-on-one training approach throughout our adoption efforts. And you can see the numbers have continue to trend in that upward in a high fashion. And the key to all of this, any quantitative metric, of course, is being sure to design a mechanism for capturing this kind of data from the start. It is incredibly difficult to attempt to do a look back to grab this data after the fact. And quantitative data isn't everything when it comes to measuring the success of an innovation.
While we definitely have great access to quantitative metrics that tell a huge part of the story, sometimes you can only get the full picture by actually talking to humans. And I think a lot of times people avoid this step and deride it as anecdata. I'll tell you that here we approach research with a very data-forward mindset. When we are interviewing people, we are putting all of the notes that we have into a spreadsheet, and we're grouping all the information that we get into them by themes. And from there, we're deriving insights into our users and the products. So these insights are, in fact, data-driven, right? We talk users can and should be turned into real actionable insights. You'll be able to fill in a lot of the gaps that you can't get straight from qualitative metrics. So don't forget to go out there and actually talk to people about the products that you're building and the innovations that you're releasing.
That wraps up our portion of the show. We hope this was helpful, and we encourage you as you watch the next few sessions to keep in mind some of the topics we've covered and think about how those teams are bringing those forces to bear, how they're leveraging technology, how they're visualizing the data and the sort of user experience, and then how they're really measuring the success of what they've put in place. With that, thank you.
Thank you.